I don't know why. For the Lakers? Oh, it's this tall, defending ass nigga. But that's crazy, nigga. Punched his own teammates. Alright, we finally about to play. I'm gonna post the stream in the chat though, cause the reason I post it sometimes, so like when niggas, if niggas trying to cheat, people could be watching and shit. Cause you know niggas be I know I said cause you know niggas be fucking cheating or not going by the rules.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Shit. Oh, yeah, I saw that shit. I was like, these niggas here.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
It matters what you got your mic setting on.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's see. Man, I don't even know if... Yeah. That niggas got eliminated when
and he'll fight forward
yesterday.
On the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 27, Pickett.
What the?
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down 2 minutes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
First carry for James Conner, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Conner. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Here's Dobbs to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick. And that throw had no shot.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Pickett sets up play action. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pickett now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Easy. Move. I'm going back to you. Check. 55 to mine.
On 2nd and goal, Murray over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Nagar's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
I got you. Tavin's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, check 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
Pickett to throw on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. In motion right is Hopkins. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Murray now on first down, being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
In your face.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray finding his target. It's Trey McBride. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
No chance. Finds the Big Ace open. Big Ace open. Let's go, D.
First down, Murray.
It's going to be a long day.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Pickett will look to throw it here. He's going to go up top again. On it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Big stop, let's go. Finds the mic. Finds the mic. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 5. Mike 5. 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Mike 5.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
3 down. Mike 5, Mike 5.
Hopkins, the man in motion right. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Moore, the man in motion.
Even. 4th down, even. Mike 5, Mike 5. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
To throw, it's Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Mike 5, Mike 5.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Let's go. Get that quarterback.
Now Murray again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 50 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Cardinals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. 60
First and 10. Here's Pickett. Finds Pickens outright. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Takes it to about the 37. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defense up front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Pickett. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those under pressure, and they got to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Murray. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Check safety, check safety.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Finds the mic. I got you, punk. Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, 86.
On second down, Connor looking for space. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 down, odd. Mike 5, Mike 5.
Throwing now is Murray.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll run here with Connor, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Once again, it's Connor. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Pickett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Nagar now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they... And my goodness, another interception. And the Cards force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Or they run the option on 2nd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Cardinals, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.